Okay, so if we had to be human centipede, I'd obviously be A. Who would you guys be? You guys can battle out who's B and C.
Be the one running the experiment.
That's not part of it, sir. You have to be B or C.
Yeah, so I guess if I have to have a butt in my mouth, I guess I would rather be in the middle because then I at least would get
Somebody
my butt
else's.
in somebody else's mouth, right?
Would you rather be B or C in this equation? Would you rather be B or C if you had to be one?
I guess B.
Oh.
I'd like to see my way out of this conversation.
Oh, so Jose just said C. Got it. All right.
He
fair
said
enough.
C.
Welcome back to Not a Strong Start, a movie podcast by three gentlemen that's the human centipede of podcasting of filmmakers. So there's three of us lined up. We talk movies, television, and anything in between.
Which is Jose.
Which is Jose, Mr. B. What up,
In
B?
between.
In between.
Mr. In Between, Jose Ramos.
I'm baby boy.
I already know what your guilty pleasure is.
Oh
So
shit, you put Tyrese.
Yeah. 'Cause I saw Baby Boys. I'm like, all right, I'll be Tyrese. Is that my guy do the crying impression where he's crying to the rock about please be my friend, please? I lost so much respect for Tyrese at that moment, man.
Yeah.
I was okay with Tyrese in the beginning, right? Like Baby Boy, I like Baby Boy. I don't love it as much as you do, but I like it. I think Snoop Dogg's awesome in it. Snoop Dogg punks him in it, man. That's funny. Snoop Dogg without the fame. That's funny. But once he started going like his ego and diva and all that stuff, man, I don't know.
Didn't he make a big deal about when Paul Walker died and they like delayed the filming? He was like bitching about it because he was
Yeah,
it was
his money.
Yeah, he did cry about delayed filming, but it was because the Rock, because when he joined the franchise, it kind of went up on the box office when the Rock joined the franchise. So they actually that's when they wanted to give him his own spin-off, with the Hobbs. Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw, they want to give him that spin-off, and he accepted it. So in order to film the spin-off, they put a delay on Fast and the Furious. So that's when he then, started crying, and he got mad at The Rock for taking a job, basically saying that he shouldn't have taken it, like, he's messing with his money and all this delay and all of that stuff. But
yeah,
like
I remember that, but he also did it for Paul Walker too, because they delayed filming when Paul Walker died, and he was bitching about that too. He was like, no, I love him, whatever, but I have like child support and and I'm like, dude, come on.
Handle your finances better.
Speaking of guilty pleasures, in this week's episode, we're talking about guilty pleasures. So I want to ask you, Jose, what would you describe as a guilty pleasure? Movies. This relates to movies, not in life, not fetishes. Let's keep this PG, people. Guilty pleasures.
We don't want to hear how you like your butthole licked.
Strike out all these.
Everybody likes
their
butthole licked, baby boy. We all know that. It's not guilty pleasure. It's not guilty about that.
Gotta tell mom not to listen to this episode. Okay, got it.
I'm pretty sure mom's already stopped listening after about episode 3 or 4. You know how I know mine already stopped? Because she stopped bringing up certain things. In the beginning, I was like, oh, that looks awesome. Yeah, she'd be like, oh, you and your friends are having so much fun on this podcast. I'm like, thanks, mom. And then nothing anymore.
And then nothing. Yeah.
Nothing.
Now when you see her, all she does is throw holy water on you.
Espiritu Santa. The Espiritu Santa. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. That's it, man.
But yeah, the way guilty pleasure. See, I'm thinking also like movies and TV shows, but I feel in any of those mediums, it's either something that's so bad that to you it's good and it's entertaining, but you don't want to admit that you watch it because it's like, this shit is bad. It can be cheesy as hell, it could be horrible, but there's something about it that kind of keeps you hooked. That's what I feel like a guilty pleasure is.
Kind of same thing Jose said, something just really bad, but also I think you have to know it's bad, like it's bad, but you fucking love it anyway. And also you might be a little embarrassed about that you fucking love it too. And you don't really want to admit that you love it, at least not to like anyone other than your close friends. But you have to know it's bad. I think you have to know it's bad though.
Oh yeah.
Like you can't be bad. Like, oh, this is a good movie, like I like it. And it's like, the movie sucks. No, it's pretty good. I don't think that's a guilty pleasure. I think
Mm-mm.
you know it's fucking bad. Like when we made fun of you because you watch Friends. It's like, like, come on, dude. What are you doing, dude? You know
I
it's
also like
bad.
how you got a bunch of flack for that too. A lot of people were like, I watched Friends too, and it was like one of the highest rated shows ever. And you're like, I don't care. It's
Yeah,
still stupid. You're like, it's so stupid.
I'm like, yeah,
Fucking
you guys
care.
are all idiots. Yeah, so.
Exactly. Yeah, but also like, yeah, Magic Mike also made money, but that's still a shitty movie.
Yeah. But that to me is a guilty pleasure. But like I said, like you have to know. You have to know it's bad.
I think that's true. Like before we go on to that's an important point, because if you think it's good, you don't feel guilty about it. The guilt
Yeah.
comes from knowing that it's bad.
Yeah, it's like Dan thinks Magnolia's good. Like it's a fucking good movie.
It is a good movie.
No, it's not. Anyways, and
I mean, the director and the movie's pretty fucking awesome. So I will fight you on that. John C. Reilly can do no wrong. John C. Reilly can do no wrong.
He really can't. Do you ever see his little snippet videos he does? That guy, fuck.
Claw, field goal post.
No, he's got like this like little like YouTube kind of thing he does. It looks really old, and he interviews people, and he just acts like a fucking idiot. Have you ever seen this?
No, I have seen Zach Galifianakis though, Between Two Ferns.
That's what I was thinking.
I have to send it to you. You guys will fucking love it. If you love John C. Reilly, you'll love it. It's like he does it on his own. It's pretty good.
I'll check it
Yeah,
out.
you don't have to send it.
Yeah, but I think
you don't have to be an asshole, Jose. Okay.
Says the guy that's always an asshole to us about our movie preferences. But when second we talk about him, we're racist and we're haters.
Now all of a sudden you're racist
out.
asshole, and you're making fun of what's the guy in the wheelchair you made fun of the last episode?
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. That was fucked up, dude. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Chuck.
I'm Stephen Hawking. He's always in my seat. And I'm like, what a dick, dude.
And there goes our ads. Yet again.
I'm defending him. I'm defending him.
Okay, so I think that's the biggest thing about guilty pleasures is, yes, we have to know it's bad, but it's that DVD that you don't necessarily put on your shelf that when people walk in, it's one that's probably buried, probably between your mattress, tucked under your bed, or inside of an old shoe.
Right by the porn.
Right underneath the porn. You'd rather have them find the porn first before they find that. But like, you have to be embarrassed about it. You don't want to admit it, and you're like, no, I don't. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, that's their guilty pleasures. So
yeah,
let's start lining them up, man. What is the guilty pleasure of yours that other people consider shit?
Baby
Chuck,
Boy for me.
Go ahead.
although my circle loves Baby Boy, but outside of my circle, other than you who said like I like it,
your circle jerk.
Yeah, my circle jerk. Yeah, a bunch of reach arounds and buttholes and centipede. Anyways, they like no one likes Baby Boy. Like I'm like, dude, Baby Boy, are you fucking kidding me? Like
I don't think it's a good movie. I just said it's okay.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. But I fucking love it, dude. It gets 8 badasses. It's so fucking good. And every time I watch it, it gets better. It gets better after every viewing, dude. I fucking love Baby Boy, dude.
Okay, like, so let's have fun with this episode. Every time we name a guilty pleasure, we have to bash you for it. We have to say why your movie's terrible. Tyrese fucking sucks. Snoop Dogg's performance in it, he's not a good actor, and I see that in the movie the entire time. Tyrese sucks. He can't lead a movie. Jose?
Tyrese does suck. He does suck, and I don't like Tyrese, but I also started not liking him like the last 6 years. So when Baby Boy came out, I don't know when that was. I saw it. I'm like, that's cool. And then for some reason I watched it again because that's what we fucking do. It's like you said something. You're like, that movie's all right. I've only seen it like 3 or 4 times. And I'm like, and so that was Baby Boy, and just, dude, the soundtrack's good. John Singleton, like, and actually some trivia for you. Tupac was actually supposed to play that role, and then he got shot and died, so he couldn't do it. But
excuses.
R.I.P.
But it's just right off the bat, Baby Boy is a guilty pleasure of mine. I fucking love it. I know it's bad, but it's just
Jose,
8 badasses.
Give him one bad comment. Make fun of him for that movie.
Yeah, Jose.
That movie is 0 badasses.
Yeah. Eat it.
That was
Got
it.
him.
Got
All right, I'm gonna go TV show, and this is something from my past.
Okay.
I've watched One Tree Hill. I actually watched
Wait.
the
You watched
entire.
it or
Yes.
you liked it?
I watched it, and
You can't even say
I couldn't-
I want him to
today,
admit
Junior.
it. We
I
have to
made it-
admit it.
I made it through, and I cannot not. I couldn't stop watching it. I had to finish it.
Yeah, that
And it
means you
was-
like it. You can admit it. You can admit
And
it.
it was so bad. It's so bad. It's so over dramatized. The acting is bad. But for some reason, at that point in time, I was like, I need to see what happens. And I have to finish it. I've committed too much time. And yeah, I've never gone back to it, but I did make it through the entire series. And I've now said that out loud.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Okay,
That's
so
pretty
we had to
bad,
bash
dude.
him. We had to bash him. So Chuck, give him a couple of comments for that.
Good luck finding something.
good luck
ahead.
finding something. You know what? Move your camera a little bit because I think I see a poster of Chad Murray. What was his name, Jose? Because I know
Chad
you know his
Murray
name.
Scott. Is it Chad Murray
Yeah.
Scott? Is this
Yeah,
Scott?
because I
That's
know I
right,
see.
yeah.
I feel like I see a poster of him with his fucking shirt off over there. Because is that why you watched it for him, Jose?
He's like, no, it's on my ceiling, asshole.
He was a-
back straight.
It's on my
He was a-
ceiling for when I look up and masturbate when I'm laying down.
And then it just comes
He-
back on your.
He was a great basketball player.
Oh shit! Go ahead, Dan. Get
All
it.
right, so One Tree Hill. It was so. What is it? CW or whatever. It looks so bad that I never even bothered to know anybody that was fucking on it. So Chad Murray Scott, I know was the guy that was on the Wax movie, whatever, what Wax Works, whatever, the one
House
with
of Wax.
House of Wax with Paris Hilton. Other than that, that's it. I don't know anything else about that. So
To be fair, not an excuse, but this is all pre-Netflix, Netflix pre-streaming.
mhm.
At a time where it's like if you didn't catch a show when it was on, you
Yeah.
had to like have the DVDs, and those DVDs were left at my house. So I was like, let me watch this, and then it just the rest is history.
I don't know if you know this, but I didn't have Netflix either during that time, Jose. So I don't really know what your
I
excuse
also didn't
is.
watch it. Okay. All right. So mine, I will go with the movie 40 Days and 40 Nights. It's not a
Oh,
good
that's
movie. It's not a good movie. I enjoy the movie, but it's bad. It's a bad rom-com. There's a lot of things wrong with it. Josh Hartnett, he's not a good actor. You could try to argue that he is. He's not necessarily a good actor. He's been in some things that he was good in. Shannon Sossaman is in it.
I
I
love
enjoy
that
it.
movie, dude. I can't say anything bad about you, dude. I
Yeah,
feel like you
but
cheated
it's
on
not
this one.
but it's not well received. It's one of those movies like I own it and I literally don't put it on my front shelves. I keep it tucked away in the back in my closet.
Yeah, no, that
You gotta
movie
do-
was bad. Any movie that is led by Josh Hartnett automatically goes into the bad category.
Not
This
the faculty.
this guy has less facial expressions than Keanu
He wasn't the
Reeves.
lead in that. Yeah.
It wasn't Elijah
He
Wood
does
or
have
what?
less, than Keanu Reeves. He's right. Man, even Keanu Reeves was able to make a career. Josh Hartnett is just like floating by. He gets parts every now and then.
he is horrible. That alone puts it in that category.
He's what's known as a Mr. Paycheck. Like he's one of those actors. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just there to collect a paycheck. It's not like, oh my God, Josh Hartnett crushed this role. It's just, oh, there's Josh Hartnett. It's not the character that's in the movie. It's Josh Hartnett in the movie. That's what he does.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I get it. All right, Chuck, second movie.
You got to do better than that next time, Dak, because that one wasn't that bad.
To you, other people, it's embarrassing. A lot of people say the movie fucking terrible.
I liked it. I love that movie.
I said the same thing with Baby Boy. I'm like, it's not that bad, but I'll chalk it up as a guilty pleasure for you because I don't love it as much as you do.
I was searching through my movies and I can't find one yet. I will, but I loved How I Met Your Mother. I know it's not a movie; it's a TV show, but
That's not a lot of people.
That's
love
not a
that
guilty
show. That's not
pleasure.
a
Yeah,
guilty
that was a
Really?
hit show. That was
Yeah,
a
that's a
hit
hit
show.
show.
really,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I could say Friends, and you guys can make fun of me for that, but it was a mega successful show. So like, that's not a guilty pleasure.
I don't watch sitcoms. You know what I mean? I don't watch like television shows on basic cable. Like I just don't. You know, like him watching
Oh,
the
because it's too
CW.
basic. Because it's just too basic for you. You just
It's too fucking basic.
You're not a basic bitch.
Nah, I'm not a basic bitch, dude. So I really don't. Like they're all kind of the same. Like every episode is kind of the same. It follows a certain structure and nothing's really, you know what it is, you know? So it's like to me, like that's a guilty pleasure of mine. Cause when I think about all the shows that I love, there's a fucking outlier in there and it's How I Met Your Mother. So to me, that's a guilty pleasure. So
Okay, we'll technically count it, but even though I don't think it fits that criteria, but all right, we'll count it. How about you, Jose?
I mean, I gave you one trio, and you're giving me How I Met Your Mother.
That's what I'm saying.
He gave us 40 Days and 40 Nights. I fucking love that movie, dude.
Jose doesn't. He knows it's trash. I know it's a bad movie. It's not a well-made movie, and not many people like the movie. It didn't do well in theaters. It didn't spawn a sequel. It didn't extend Josh Hartnett's career. If anything, it hurt it. Shannon Sossaman doesn't even mention that damn movie. Like, come on, man. It's not a good movie. It's also a guilty pleasure.
He got Pearl
for you.
Harbor after that. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, but it wasn't because of that one. There's other reasons why. So I'm glad we both share the same guilty pleasure movie. Yo, next time we could just watch it together and drink some fucking seltzers together. We'll drink White Claws.
We'll watch Baby Boy and then we'll watch 40 Days and 40 Nights, dude.
We'll be totally, we'll be basic bitches that day. How does that sound?
All right. Just do better for your third one, Chuck.
Do better.
I'm just playing. I guess for my second one, this is a guilty pleasure because out of the entire franchise, it isn't the best movie, but it's the one that was the most entertaining for me, even though I know it's bad. Jason X. Out of the whole Friday the 13th series, it is not the best. Something about it, I can watch it. I
know what it is. I know what's good about it.
But come on, Super Jason. I was like, yes, all right, like this is awesome.
It's a dumb movie, but the frozen face and slamming it against the counter is a badass scene. But other than that, the movie is shit. It's a poor man's Alien movie. It's really stupid. They give him a stupid mask. They try to reboot the franchise. It was an awful movie. Awful movie.
It is.
It was almost
it.
It was almost as bad as Jason Goes to New York. Remember that one? Oh, that movie was so bad. That movie's not even fun and enjoyable. The deaths weren't even that good in part 8.
But it still has one of the funnier deaths, which is with the boxing guy on the roof, where he starts trying to box Jason until his knuckles are all bloody, and then Jason with one punch knocks his head off.
I just would have liked to have been in the room when they pitched it. It would be like, okay, Jason in space.
Oh, they did. Oh, you know what? It went so well that they did the same thing. Fast and the Furious in space. They always take them to space.
Like who said, I love it. Like,
dude, it's so classic. Do you remember in the old 80s and 90s sitcom, every time they ran out of ideas or they felt like the show needed new, like to be refreshed, they always introduced, they have a new baby, they have a new kid. There's always a new kid that's there. And it's like, come on, man. It felt like this with space. They always throw them in space every time.
I think was this the first time that we see Jason absolutely physically get his ass beat in all the movies? Because the woman, whatever cyborg, she destroys him and kind of beats the shit out of him. I think this is the first time we saw him physically get destroyed till he needed to be souped up a little bit. But anyway, that's my second one.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to include The Room, but I'm not guilty about it. So it doesn't fit the criteria. So I'm not going to say The Room, even though it's made so technically poor. I fucking love the movie. It's a comedy to me, but I won't include that. What I will include is Trolls 2. Trolls 2 is very bad, the same, but it's not the same kind of funny. It's just very bad. I find funny moments in it, but it was a movie that was written by guys that don't even really speak English. They've never worked in film, and they wrote a screenplay for a movie, came to the States, filmed a movie, but they didn't have the rights to Troll franchise. So they called them Neilbog was the name of the town, and they called them goblins. Neilbog is goblin backwards. So after the movie was done, for marketing purposes, they acquired the rights of Trolls. So they called it Trolls 2. But they've never called them trolls in the movie. It has nothing to do with the first one. And again, the dialogue was written by guys that didn't speak English very well. That's Trolls 2.
How are they getting this movie out there and without even speaking the language, and we're not?
They just had money, dude. They had money and it was in the 90s, bro. Like it sucks.
They got that out like that, and then we're still left on red.
Yeah, we're left on open.
It's embarrassing.
I've actually never seen it.
I've never seen it either. I can't.
Oh, I have it. I'll let you guys watch it. Here's how bad it is. There's a scene where a guy's screaming, and you can YouTube and find the clip if you want, where the guy's like, "No, and he's screaming, and there's a fly that just lands on his face, and he blinks, and that's the clip that they used in the movie. They didn't say let's use an alternate take. That's the scene that they used. And there's other scenes where you see the actor in a costume, like it's not even like, oh, maybe I hope you missed it. It's so obvious. You see it, and they kept it in the movie. The movie's bad, bro.
Gotta respect that.
I like sloppy B-level movies sometimes, so
I have to check it out just to see how bad it is.
Okay, there's. Did you guys ever see Mobsters with Christian Slater and Patrick Dempsey and Richard Grieco?
Mm-mm.
No? Oh my god, it's so fucking good. But it's so bad. It's like when they were young, like Bugsy Siegel, Lucky Luciano, and I can't think of Patrick Dempsey's character's name anymore. But it's like their rise to like being big time like mobsters. And Anthony Quinn's in it. It's so bad. Like I think it's like got like 16% of like Rotten Tomatoes. But I fucking love it, dude. It's like the early 90s. Like, it's bad. I see it. The acting's not great. The writing's not great. But I fucking love it. It jumps from like here to like here without any development or nothing. But, dude, it's got like Christian Slater, Patrick Dempsey, and Richard Grieco all like in their prime. Like, which was not very long, but you got them all in their prime. And it's so fucking good. Like, you guys should check it out. But that's a guilty pleasure. Because I know it's bad, but I watch it every few years. So
okay. Do you have something that we've seen? I want to get another one because How I Met Your Mother doesn't really count, bro. You got to give us something. I want to laugh at you. Come on. You gave me Baby Boy, a show that was mega successful, and then you giving me a movie that I've never seen.
Well, I never saw. What did you say? Critters 2?
Troll Story.
All right. For this one, I'm gonna bring it back to the CW, gentlemen.
I'm seeing a theme here with Jose. He liked the CW.
I don't think that Jose has guilty pleasures. I think he's just a fucking CW guy. Because you know what? He tried to get me to watch fucking the one where there are people in fucking space and they come down to Earth.
The 100 is good. That is not a guilty pleasure. The 100 is good. That doesn't even seem like it's a CW show. But I would.
But it is.
Which means he has something to compare it to. It doesn't feel like a CW show because I have a plethora of shows that I've seen on the CW.
Yeah, dude. Like if I watched a CW show, it's like, oh yeah, guilty pleasure. There you go. But you have a whole fucking library of CW shows that you've been watching.
His DVR's filled with the recorded.
Yeah. Well, the other ones is, and the reason why it's multiple shows is because it's the CW DC hero shows. So those I've watched them all. Yeah. And while there is some really good seasons sprinkled out here and there, as a whole, they're terrible. They're bad shows with some cheesy acting, sometimes horrible visuals. But being a DC fan and a fan of DC heroes and villains, I gotta watch it. So it's a guilty pleasure because it's like I know a lot of it is bad. Arrow, Flash.
What's the one with all of them in it? There's like a bunch of them.
Oh, Justice League, the young No,
it's
No, Teen
No, no,
Titans. No?
something of tomorrow.
Legends
Uh,
of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah, so all of those I've watched them all like throughout all the seasons. Uh, like I said, they are some good seasons here and there and some good moments,
Okay.
but I know it's bad.
Okay.
But being a DC fan, I gotta watch them
You
all.
love it. So I can make fun of you for Flash because I saw some of it. I saw the first half of the first season and I stopped because it was shit. So the visual effects are fucking awful. And I know you guys saw the clip where he's running and they're like, this is the shit you give me? Like, this is it? Like, this just looks terrible. And then they showed a comparison to a music video from some rapper that I never even heard of that had way better visual effects directed by Cole Bennett. So I'm like, dude, come on. I like the Flash character, but the show wasn't great to me. And even my brother watched, a little bit of it, and he was like, "Oh man, really fell off here and there." And I'm like, "I know." So that's his way of telling me, "Don't even bother wasting your time watching it." I'm like, "Okay." So I know you love DC. I get it, but man, sometimes those shows are awful. Those shows are
Yeah, no, more than sometimes, but it's I gotta
oftentimes.
I gotta watch it. Yeah, no, Flash would like they'll have this one character like and the visuals for that character would be amazing. But it's like you could tell they blew their season budget on those 30 seconds of that character because then the rest of it will look like shit. And it's like, but we gave you a cool looking shark.
Does Tokyo Drift count?
Yeah, I'll count that.
Fast and the Furious? Yeah. That's
you love Tokyo Drift. It's one of your favorite Fast and the Furious.
I love Tokyo Drift. I think it's my favorite movie in the franchise. I fucking love it.
Okay, that definitely counts. That definitely.
Okay, cool. Yes, we got one.
It's your favorite movie of the franchise. Why? And I'm gonna pretend that little Bow Wow is not in it for the 20 seconds that you explain this.
Yeah. I just love that whole like Karate Kid kind of storyline. It's like the dude and he doesn't know and he gets to fucking train and the guy's an asshole and he comes back and he fucking beats him and he gets the chick and then Vin Diesel comes out at the end. 6 buttholes.
Oh no! You're giving it 6 buttholes out of 6? That's more than you gave Edge of Tomorrow.
That's way too many buttholes.
No, Edge of Tomorrow got 6 badasses. Tokyo Drift got 6 buttholes.
Guilty pleasures get rated and guilty pleasures get rated.
It's a guilty pleasure, exactly. Gets a different rating. Okay. But I love those stories. The story of like the guy and he doesn't know and he's getting punked and then he fucking comes back and gets better at the fucking asshole bully. Like I love that shit.
Because we've never seen 5,000 versions of that storyline ever told. So
that's why they're fucking good, because you've seen 5,000 of them, dude. So
it was so good that the guy never came back until just recently when they brought all the characters back. That's how good it was.
And
nobody wanted to
pumped for it. Yeah, I was so pumped for it when I saw him. But of course I didn't watch the movie because I didn't give a fuck about it. But I was like, oh, he's back. Don't care.
Yeah, they were like, damn, we fucked up. We better call Vin Diesel back. So
you can sit there and watch the movie and say, damn, Bow Wow was fucking killing it, yo. Don't call him little anymore. That's a fucking man.
He's Bow Wow now. Yeah, and Lucas Black, who's like a 40-year-old playing a 17-year-old. Like, fucking love that shit, dude. And it was the first time we saw Han. So that was cool.
Okay. No, that's a better choice.
Yeah. Okay. That's a better choice. Okay. I could review for that one.
All What's your finale, Dan?
All right. My finale is sometimes reality television. Sometimes I'll sit there and watch reality television and it fucking gets me. I've watched some Survivor. I've watched some Jersey Shore. I watched some of that. Like, fucking roast me for that shit. It gets me sometimes.
That kind of reality show. Okay. So it's not
bad,
even like
raunchy television. They've had shit like that. I like competitive reality shows. Fear Factor. I watch Fear Factor. I don't care.
So you're just watching fucking Bravo all day or what?
No, I don't watch Fear Factor for the straight guy.
Fucking liar, dude.
I like competitive shows, man. Give me a competition reality show. I'll watch it.
See, Dan, when when you first said reality show, I was gonna be like, okay, well, maybe not so bad.
No, it's sloppy.
Then you started throwing in like Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. I
and
saw the
Real
first couple
Housewives
seasons.
and
No, Real Housewives I didn't watch. I
You
didn't watch
said
that
it.
one.
You said it.
No, but Jersey
Check the
Shore,
tape,
you can
but
get me
don't
for
check
that.
the tape.
I saw no, I said Survivor. I said Survivor and Jersey Shore.
Dude, at least watch
Get
American
me for
Gladiators.
that.
At least watch that, dude. Do you remember that?
Yeah, no, I do. I remember the original. Then they brought back the new one, which I did try to watch, and I'm like, this is not the same, man. I
No,
don't
the
wanna watch
original
this
one, and they had like all those buff chicks and dudes, but then they had like
Yeah.
one hot chick that would get her ass beat all the time.
That's the she
I
was
saw
in the Mandalorian.
Gina Carano.
Carrera. She was one of
Yeah,
the
Carrera,
gladiators in the new one.
On the
Until
new
she
one?
had
Oh, no, I'm
a
talking about the
racist
old one,
comment.
yeah.
Remember? Then she had a racist
Yeah.
comment and got herself canceled.
But then Jersey
Yeah.
Shore, Dan, really?
Get me.
Just
Get
a
me. Yeah.
bunch of
Yeah.
people getting drunk, yelling at each other, and almost engaging in domestic abuse.
I don't admit
Dan
it.
kind of
I don't admit
Dan
it.
kind of looks like Pauly D a little bit, so I don't know, man. Maybe that's why every picture we
Italian.
take, he's all. And I'm like, you're not a fucking Italian, Dan. Just fucking smile.
Show the pearly whites. All right, so
Yeah.
get me. That's it. All right, so
No,
yeah,
you're-
man, like it's Jersey Shore fucking got me, dude. I don't know. I saw the first couple seasons. I didn't finish the end or whatever, so I didn't finish it all the way through. But I'm not proud of it. I never would admit it to anybody, and now here it is.
I feel
for
that's
years.
on par with One Tree Hill. That is on par with One
Oh
Tree
yeah,
Jersey
oh yeah.
Shore.
It's
That is
humiliating.
right there.
It's humiliating. You got me. You got me.
Sorry, Jose, it's not.
It is.
One Tree Hill, dude.
Jersey Shore.
One Tree Hill, dude.
That's the
At
beauty
least
of this guilty pleasure.
At least
man.
Jersey Shore is on fucking MTV, like, right? Like, you were watching the CW, and now we're finding out that you continue to watch everything on the CW. Dude. Is that a guilty pleasure? You're just straight fucking guilty, dude. Like,
19 buttholes.
you get Jose, you yourself get 19 buttholes.
So we didn't know what the conversion rate is between buttholes and badass. It basically works opposite as buttholes now.
Yeah,
Go backwards.
It's a
negative
number.
19. So I do want to give a quick shout out to In Session Film, which I won this Scream thing.
Oh, nice.
Gave me, I won a contest on Twitter and they sent me the Scream Blu-ray. I actually really didn't think they were going to send it, to be honest with you. They did the comment and said, "You what?" They asked for my address and I was like, okay. And I didn't want to give it because I was like, are you going to just put me like mailer shit? But like, no, they actually full on sent it to me. So, and I still haven't seen the new Scream. I heard from a lot of people that it's not very good, but I haven't seen it. I'll check it out.
It might be a
Check it
new
out.
guilty pleasure for you.
Might be a new guilty pleasure. It's
Could be.
It's not bad.
Yeah, no.
It's Scream.
But
It's Scream.
regardless, In Session Film, you can follow them on Twitter at In Session Film, INSESSION Film. So shout out to them. All right, Jose. So what's the game? What are the rules?
It's just a simple tagline game. So basically, I'm going to give you a tagline for a movie, and then whoever guesses first, try to guess what the movie is. Now, there's a theme. All these movies are movies that have been listed as possible guilty pleasures for people. So there are things that are not that good, but there are a lot of people that enjoy them.
And these are the real taglines or they're made up taglines?
These are some of the taglines that were used up. I didn't make them up. They were used for the
Gotcha.
movie because sometimes you got multiple taglines. So I try to choose the best ones.
Okay.
All right. So the first one, here's a hint first. This is a 90s movie. All right. Crosses Ninja Turtles and Home Alone.
Three Ninjas.
That is correct. Three Ninjas. Dan got it. That was quick. That was quick.
1-0.
All right.
It counts. The game counts.
All right. Next one. A story of love and betrayal that will tear you apart.
Oh my God. What
Sleeping with the
90s
Enemy?
film?
Huh?
What
so
era?
This is a very, very cheesy movie that was actually mentioned during this podcast.
Oh, 40
A
Days.
story of love and betrayal that will tear you apart.
Baby Boy? It was mentioned as one of
Nope.
our guilty pleasures, or no?
It was mentioned during this podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a key word in the tagline. A
Say it
story
again.
of love and betrayal that will tear you apart.
Friday the 13th.
Nope.
Can we get another hint?
There is a terrible scene involving a football that takes place on a
Faculty.
roof of a building.
The Faculty.
Nope.
The Happening?
Jason X. No.
No.
Oh, The Room.
The Room. There we go. What's one of the most
No.
famous lines of that movie?
Two buttholes versus
You're
zero.
tearing me
hi,
apart.
Mark. Yeah, you're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Mark.
Next one. This is we're going back to the 90s on this one. Lep in the hood, come to do no good.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yep, that is
You won.
correct. All right. I feel this is up Chuck's alley here. All right. Sex, seduction, and betrayal. This movie starred
Basic Instinct.
this movie starred an actress who was very popular
Poison
in
Ivy.
a 90s TV show.
Fear.
Sex, seduction, and betrayal.
Poison Ivy.
I think there was another tagline on it that had something to do with Vegas.
Showgirls.
Yes, Showgirls. There we go. The greatest show on earth, just not of Earth.
Jason. In space.
No.
Mars Attacks.
This is this actually movie is in our 100 horror challenge.
Say it again.
The greatest show on Earth.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes, there we go. Killer Clowns from
okay.
Outer Space.
I fucking hate that movie. I didn't like it at all.
I
That
almost
movie's
watched
ass.
it last night, and then I went to Night of
Ass.
the Living Dead instead.
I don't like that movie.
I actually own that movie. I got it free when I bought an Amityville Horror. It came as a package deal.
And how many times have you watched it?
I would say at least a handful.
Oh, okay. So you like it.
In
Huh?
between the scene, I like it too.
So you like it.
So-
See,
Yeah.
that's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. All right. Choose your destiny. This is a 90s.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes, there we go. And the last one, this one should be pretty
Or
easy.
201.
Yeah.
Evil gets an upgrade.
Jason.
Jason X.
Yeah,
I said it first.
Jason X.
No, you did not.
I did. You said
Your first-
Jason. I said Jason X.
No, I said Jason and my X, or Jason X.
No, you
Yeah.
said Jason, and I said Jason.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking count anyways.
That's why I wasn't really trying, because it
Just
doesn't
watch
count,
my
so.
movie. Just watch the movie I was gonna have you
Just
do. I have
fucking
it on-
tell me. Just text me as a friend and be like, "Hey, Chuck, I think you should watch this movie," and I'll be like, "Okay."
Yeah, but I want you to live tweet it though, because I think it'll be funny. Really want to hear your thoughts because I think you might hate it. You're probably gonna hate it because you're pretentious.
If
So
I'm
I kinda
pretentious,
wanna
then I'll like it.
Not necessarily. Because you hate. No, you know why? Because you saw 500 Days of Summer. You liked it until others liked it, and then you thought, "I'm too good for this. Fuck that movie."
Yeah, that's true.
The movie had nothing to do with those fucking people. It was just a good movie.
But the fucking Dodgers don't have anything to do with their fan. Like, I fucking hate their fans, so I hate the Dodgers.
Okay.
And the Lakers. And Kobe.
I'm about to stab you in the fucking throat. That's it. Podcast is over. Anyways, thanks guys for watching another Not a Strong Start, where you got to peek inside of our closet or our drawer, our dresser, and see
Under our
guilty
bed.
pleasures
Under our mattress.
underneath our bed, underneath our board, tucked away deep inside in the confines of the abyss. You found our guilty pleasures. I am your host, Daniel Tasangre.
I am Jose Ramos.
I'm Baby Boy, you little dumb motherfucker. That was my Ving Rings, by the way.
Cool. Good.
You want
Which is
some
really good in
breakfast?
People Under the Stairs. Really good.
You want
People
some breakfast? You want something from the stove? That's it.
Good.
That's all I got.
You can watch us on YouTube at Not a Strong Start. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, all that stuff. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Not a Strong Start. Now, now you can give another Ving Rhames line if you want to give it to us to end us out. Now he has nothing.
Guns
He emptied
and
his
butter.
chamber.
You little dumb motherfucker. They goes together. There you go.